And this is great because all the most interesting things can be collected in one video and watched when you have some free time. We have already done the first half of the work since this video contains the best moments captured by the camera. You just have to get comfortable and watch this video to the end. Why use a special funnel if you can test your strength and agility? It's just not his day. At least they managed to save a few plates. One clumsy move and their salary decreased dramatically. Chefs can amaze us with the tricks they can do with various products. However, the restaurant cleaners are waiting for this moment with the worst emotions ever. It looks like someone missed a parking lesson at a driving course. During the break, there is an opportunity to catch your breath yourself and even let your legs air out. Usually, the difference in the price of an original car part from an analog reflects the quality of the raw materials and the manufacturing technology. In this case, we also saved on the amount of material. Do you think this is an invisible chef or the introduction of new technologies? It is better to clean the exhaust pipe regularly to keep the engine in good condition and avoid such a spectacle. The loss of nerve cells is a normal part of our life, but constant stress reduces productivity, and sometimes you want to throw out emotions. If the driver of the car did not want to waste time searching for a trash can, it was a huge mistake. After all, after he was caught red-handed, it'll take much longer to collect everything. Most likely, he wanted to get only one can of soda, but something went wrong. They say that in life, sometimes it's worth relaxing and just going with the flow. But this man most likely is not looking for easy ways and prefers to fight for his goal under any circumstances. Obviously, ducklings are not the kind of birds who will help their neighbor. It's good that there was no danger and the duckling is not in danger. Being clumsy is not the most terrible thing in the world. The most important thing is not to be shy and continue classes. Being a parent is not easy and sometimes deadly. You never know which toy you're going to stumble over this time. This game can be played again and again. As they say, one can find a lot of ways to amuse themselves. When a person is affected by stress, they only know how to beat, run, and freeze. What an interesting way to run for a person in a wheelchair. This person wanted to show his real skills, but got nothing but remorse for an irresistible desire for perfection. As you can see, he wasn't really affected by it. That's what you can say for sure about this girl, is that she knows how to stand up for herself and prevent problems. While on the platform, do not cross the security line. Otherwise, you may meet a wig thief. Do you also think that activities on melting ice ended the same way? People are willing to go to great lengths for the sake of beautiful photos. It's a good thing she didn't fall into Niagara Falls. Thirst clouded the guy's mind. As a result, he was left without a beer and without a phone. At some point, people got so used to the need for masks in public places that they forgot about their real purpose and tried to adapt even to dine in them. This is a manual on how to deprive yourself of a delicious dinner and spend time cleaning. I think people just want to make each other feel better when saying that it had happened for luck. The cat has an excellent skill of stealing treats at ease. When the working day begins with coffee spilled on clothes, the main thing is to convince yourself that this is an accident, not a pattern of this day. This guy poured waste onto the sidewalk and the roadway of the street, so he had to be punished. Not only did the robbers take the cow, but they also managed to stuff it into a passenger car. They must be caught and sued not only for theft, but also for treating an animal in a bad way. Someone will get punished for her. The dog was able to understand the entire situation and ran away from the crime scene. And no one promised that the backstage of the premium delivery service would look any different. Manual work and human labor are valuable, but a special device for asphalt would be much better. It remains to count on the fact that the car mechanic will figure out how to return the car to the right position without creating additional issues. There are certain rules and nuances for the delivery of fragile items, which were neglected this time. There are people who never look for easy ways and waste their strength in vain. In any lesson, you can find a moment for creativity and improvisation. No matter how awkward the situation is, the only important thing is the attitude towards it. This person remains calm no matter what it takes. No one has ever washed their car so thoroughly.
Oh, baby, really? Even in this weather?
Expensive gadgets burst into people's lives quickly. At the same time, they left many of us in the very same way. The guy wanted to witness carefree children's joy, but did not take into account that the slide was intended only for children. Before you get a dog, think about all kinds of situations that you can get into with it. Perhaps they had a plan, but obviously they failed to implement it. In some sense, life gave him a good kick in the ass. And this chef wanted to show how masterfully he knows how to handle the pizza dough, but when it fell on the client's head, it would be nice to take it off in the same manner. Each of us had to deal with a broken egg that is hard to wash off. And now imagine how annoying it is for these workers to realize how much work they have to do because someone did not close the container. And this excavator seems to be playing Jenga. As we all know, one wrong move and everything is over. And this person just wanted to please the children. It's a good thing it didn't happen in front of them. Not only some scientists, but also politicians and trade union representatives say that sleeping in the middle of the working day is the best medicine for stress and fatigue. These guys took advantage of the moment with pleasure, even if it didn't last long. Alcohol can literally hit your health. I'm sure that you've noticed that animals and their owners are similar. However, this is usually what they say about external similarity. While enjoying the time spent with yourself, it would be nice to make sure that no one is watching. Let's hope he's not very hungry. He will definitely not be able to get full quickly. And here, the wind decided to amuse the workers so that they would not relax, but run to catch these air mattresses. They usually say that clever hands make light work to praise people who are seasoned in their field. Well, in this case, you need to be afraid of the master himself. As we can see, the security rules at the airports are not clearly explained. Not every slim person can boast of such skills. Just look at what acrobatic elements he performs during the jump. You cannot hide a pig in a poke. The wig is clearly not suitable for this hairstyling. One thing is obvious, he will have to please his wife for a long time. There are two options. Either it's overwork or he found someone else's car keys nearby. Maybe he was staring at something? Anyway, now he needs to catch up with the bike. And you have to agree that despite all the danger of the current situation, she was able to keep the beer. It looks like some kind of competition in which they never managed to become winners. Insurance is unlikely to cover an incident caused by their own clumsiness, and this is certainly an unpleasant accident. On the other hand, it can be even worse. He's very lucky that it's not a sewer pipe. And you can't even say that a clumsy employee is to blame. When you look at this number of watermelons, you understand that sooner or later it had to happen. People are ready to implement even the craziest ideas for the sake of cool videos. She may have already even bought a case and a protective glass, but she won't need them anymore. According to Newton's law, there is always an equal and opposite reaction to any action. The most annoying thing is that they will need to be not only compensated, but also cleaned. What was he looking at? Are you also interested? Often there is a need to buy and replace old things when a child appears. We want to ask our friends for help, but we are too shy to ask. Although sometimes their help is what we need. And this is a Groundhog Day that happens from year to year, and every time the cleaning service just hates him. In the competition of gravity and the strength of this guy, the first one won. Well, at least 3 glasses were saved. And this man operating the crane seems to have remembered playing with airplane figures as a child. Spontaneous ideas often do not take into account some factors, in this case, the fact that he is not Spider-Man. As they say, as long as it works, and the child didn't even pay attention. It wasn't glass, but mirrors. Superstitious people in the neighborhood would have a heart attack. Lying in the hospital is not the most pleasant pastime, but life has also decided to test his nerves for strength. In order to be remembered at the party, it's enough to open a bottle like this. And these workers of the year just had to remove the icicles from the roof, but something went wrong. It seems that the guy is a master of his craft, but then it's even more surprising that he got so ridiculously stuck. If she wanted to show her good stretching skills, then this situation is the most suitable. Most likely, the last thing she wanted when shooting this video was to look funny. The main thing is to make a casual look as if nothing had happened. Skiing is a combination of various types of winter sports, although if you want to combine it with water activities, it is quite possible. By using an excavator, you can not only work on a construction site, but perform incredible tricks as well. The operator of this excavator throws a log into the air and juggles it like a small stick using a special grip. Before cutting down a tree, you need to carefully choose the direction of its fall. This arborist deserves a prize for such an accurate calculation. During these moments, you realize that you shouldn't have missed training in the gym. At the same time, maybe this bottle of wine is not as easy to break as it seems. This is the case when you are finally ready to remove the Christmas decorations while life sends you signs telling you that it would be nice to take care of the environment. The slow motion usually doesn't make any sense, but in this case, you can look at his perfect and precise movements. Using the speed gained on the slope, skiers fly over the edge and perform acrobatic tricks in the air. David Weiss is a real pro. There's a reason why he became the first Olympic champion in the history of this sport. Perhaps the goalkeeper realized that the outcome of the match now depends on him and could not stand the psychological pressure. Football fans will never forget such a failure. This device can check how well reflexes and peripheral vision are developed, and she manages to show excellent results. Someone, of course, will call it luck. As in any sport, there are stars in billiards whose shots are simply incredible. There is a popular flash mob. People are knocking the lid off the bottle with a kick, and these guys have taken it to a whole new level. This girl is the epitome of flexibility, grace, and agility. It's hard to imagine what willpower it took to achieve such success.